Hello again, John Mullen Boone, videos under the heading Attitude Over Cancer. Uh, if you don't know from previous ones, I'm a stage 4 pancreatic cancer patient. No, I'm not a patient. Let me correct that. Go back to something I mentioned in the other videos. We're not patients. We have this disease. Uh, Cancer is something I have. It's not who I am. So let me correct that. I have pancreatic cancer, stage 4. Uh, Metastasized in my lungs, hence I need some breathing assistance once in a while. Diagnosed going on to 3 years ago, so I feel very blessed to have more time than pancreatic usually gives its victims. But I just wanted to pass along in this whole series little things that I was told, that I heard, that I read, whatever, that were really instrumental in helping me with a good attitude. Because it's really easy when you're told that what you have is really pretty bad. Uh, you can kind of draw in on yourself and, okay, well, what's the point? Well, I was in shock for probably a couple months, but what really pulled me out were things um, reaching outside of myself. What I want to reference specifically is a book that's just coming out, by a very dear buddy of mine, Jay Glazer of Fox NFL Sports. He's the NFL insider for Fox. And Jay has written a book called Unbreakable, and it refers to um, his own spirit, if you will, but also his real passion now working with depression, something he's suffered with, removing the stigma of getting help for things like that. Uh, but I can't recommend it highly enough for lots of reasons. But one of them in the book, um, Jay lays out three um, axioms or three little do's, commandments, whatever you want to call them. The first one absolutely resonated with me because it's part of what I've been trying to do. And the first one Jay has in there is be of service. And I remember reading that and just kind of, whoa, that's everything. That's a huge part of attitude because after I was diagnosed in late 2019 and 2020 started and we had COVID and everything else, it's pretty easy to get down. Um, but I lucked into a book uh, called The Second Mountain from David Brooks, and the second mountain is the second part of our life. First part being where we sort of live for our career, family, job, house, whatever. And the second mountain is the one where it's about others. And that's what started. I started collecting these little inspirations um, with the intention of doing a book. And then a friend said, why don't you consider doing them as videos? They're really good ideas and make it little small and digestible videos. So that's hence the series. But Be of Service it absolutely resonated again with me because, well, I'm just jumping around. One of my favorite sayings in life has been, love is like the loaves and fishes. You never have enough until you start giving it away. And that's just been a good way to live. The more you give, it's like the more you receive. But for someone like I or we, depending on who you are listening, um, getting outside of yourself, I mean, it's real easy to turn in and all your thoughts and the thoughts of your loved ones and so forth are about your cancer. Well, I want to make it about somebody else. And being of service, as Jay Glazer mentions, is a huge thought. You know, whether it's helping with kids, I was going to help with Make-A-Wish Foundation, um, for example, but then COVID came and it really kind of short-circuited that. But doing something, maybe, how about with kids with cancer? Um, what can I do? And suddenly your days are a lot fuller. It's not just about you, and it's about somebody else. And your world expands, and your attitude improves. Um, and again, it sounds easy. It's not. Nothing's really easy when you have what we have. Um, but being of service is something I would recommend. Um, just look around for what you can do rather than sit on the sofa like the doctor said. A negative attitude, at least you just sit around waiting to die, and I'm damn sure not doing that. So if it helps, one of the things for my attitude was being of service. When I got outside of myself, I felt better, and my attitude was good, and it just made life a whole lot richer. So I'd really recommend being of service. Thank you, Jay Glazer.